This video is the revised and modified version of our original video, Every Elite Unit of Marine Corps Explained. It corrects some inaccuracies and provides some units which were not covered in the previous video. If you'd like to watch the original video, the link is in the I button. Now, let's begin. The first on our list are the United States Marine Corps Recon Battalions. These are the eyes and ears of the Marine Air-Ground Task Force, specializing in amphibious and ground recon, surveillance, and the occasional high-risk special mission. They're technically conventional forces, but they train, move, and gear up a lot like special operations guys. They're broken down into three main recon battalions under the Marine divisions. 1st Recon Battalion, based at Camp Pendleton, California, handles missions across the West Coast and Pacific operations. 2nd Recon Battalion, stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, covers missions along the East Coast and across the Atlantic. 3rd Recon Battalion, based in Okinawa, Japan, stays ready for operations throughout the Indo-Pacific theater. Their job? Push past friendly lines, grab intel, scout out enemy positions, and when needed, hit hard with raids or sabotage. Whether at the desert, jungle, or shoreline, they've got it covered. With high-tech optics, drones, and comms gear, recon teams can call in airstrikes, guide amphibious assaults, or just keep tabs on the bad guys. Before we delve into the other elite units, let's step into the commander's seat with Supremacy World War III, a free-to-play online real-time grand strategy game where you lead a nation into modern global warfare. Control armies of tanks like the M55S, jets, and submarines, forging alliances or declaring wars in epic, weeks-long campaigns against up to 99 players for world domination. Strategy drives victory, manage logistics, research over 250 unit types, and deploy advanced technology to outsmart rivals. This season, a mutating zombie virus threatens humanity, while new drone motherships introduce high-tech warfare. The Officers system lets you recruit elite commanders with powerful abilities to shift battle tides. Available free on PC and mobile, Supremacy World War III lets you command anywhere, anytime. New players receive an exclusive $25 seasonal unit free for 30 days. Click the link or scan the QR code to join today. Up next is Force Recon, deployed to conduct deep reconnaissance and gather critical intel. They're trained to infiltrate far behind enemy lines, even deeper than Marine Division Recon Battalions to gather critical intel. They can conduct direct action, like close quarters combat and breaching, and they know how to get in and out of places using static line parachuting, scuba, and freefall. Only a few hundred Marines earn the right to wear that patch. No matter where their missions take them, they live by their motto: swift, silent, deadly. Force Recon missions are broken into two main categories, Green Ops and Black Ops. Green Ops are all about long-range recon. Black Ops, on the other hand, are more about direct action, where Force Recon can go loud, actively engaging the enemy. Since Black Ops are more direct, they usually have access to support like artillery and airstrikes. Marine Corps Special Reaction Teams, SRTs, are basically the Marines' own SWAT crews. Fast, fierce, and built to handle the worst-case scenarios on base. When things go sideways, these guys are the ones rolling up first to shut it down. Operating under the Provost Marshal's office, SRTs are made up of hand-picked military police Marines who bring serious tactical skills to the table, taking down threats, keeping people safe, and locking down critical gear and infrastructure. You'll find them posted at major hubs like Camp Pendleton, California, Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and Quantico, Virginia, ready to move at a moment's notice. Leading the charge in Marine Corps Special Ops, the MARSOC Marine Raiders are absolute beasts when it comes to direct action, unconventional warfare, maritime interdiction, special recon, foreign internal defense, counterterrorism, and counterinsurgency. While MARSOC or Marine Raiders are like the Marines' super special ops team, they can do everything Force Recon does, but they also specialize in foreign internal defense. They're trained to operate in other countries, speak multiple languages, and train local militia. MARSOC operates out of two main hubs, Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and Camp Pendleton, California. They are part of SOCOM, the military's Special Operations Command. Their motto, always faithful, always forward, reflects a combination of loyalty and determination. When they conduct direct action raids, they're all about hitting hard and fast, using their skills to take down enemy targets. In special recon missions, these guys are deep in enemy territory, gathering crucial intel while staying off the radar. And when it comes to foreign internal defense, raiders become force multipliers, training and advising partner nations to boost their capabilities. During counterterrorism missions, they're all about tracking down and taking apart terrorist networks. In today's information war, these Marines use sharp comms and crafty deception while leading the fight in cyber ops. The Marine Expeditionary Unit is Swiss Army knife, adaptable, self-sufficient, and always ready to show up first. Think of it as a mini Marine Corps packed onto Navy amphibious ships, prepped to handle anything from disaster relief to kicking in doors during full-on combat. Their home ports are at Camp Pendleton, California, Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and Okinawa, Japan. A standard MEU rolls deep with about 2,200 Marines and is broken into 4 main parts: a command element to run the show, an infantry battalion, an aviation element with helicopters and jets, and a logistics element to keep everything running. That setup means they can pull off just about any mission, from amphibious assaults to evacuating civilians, without waiting for backup. Training is constant. MEUs run joint exercises, practice ship-to-shore raids, and get good at fighting in tight urban areas, using detailed maps and tech to plan every move. They bring some heavy firepower too: M1A1 tanks, MV-22 Ospreys, and all the gear needed to land, fight, and sustain themselves anywhere on the planet. With their forward-deployed setup, they can respond to a crisis in as little as 6 hours. Maritime Raid Force. If hostile forces hijack a ship, port, or oil rig, you can't just blow it up. Sometimes you need a specially trained team to swoop in and lock things down. That's where the Marines Maritime Raid Force MRF comes in. MRF key player in this is the Security Platoon, also known as the Trailer Platoon. The MRF was created because MARSOC teams were tied up in Afghanistan, leaving a gap that needed filling. The MRF is all about handling operations on or near water. These elite Marines are handpicked from the Marine Expeditionary Unit. They usually come in after the amphibious reconnaissance platoon. Once they give the green light, the security platoon rolls in, surrounds the place, and sets up a security perimeter while the assault team, Force Recon, gets to work on the inside. Speed and stealth are their trademark. They hit fast, catch the enemy off guard, and lock down the target. The Air Naval Gunfire Liaison Company, ANGLICO, handles the heavy-duty job of calling in airstrikes and artillery to back up whatever formation they're rolling with. The liaison part in their name is all about their role in coordinating and syncing up air and ground fires. Their forward air controllers are the ones who call in close air support, dialing up attack aircraft and helicopters when things on the ground need a bit of extra heat. Then you've got the forward artillery observers, who handle ground-based firepower, coordinating everything from mortars to rocket launchers, and even getting ships out at sea to fire off some naval gunfire. They're actually the only U.S. military unit that can call in fire support from the air, sea, and land all at once. Usually, ANGLICO rolls out to the battlefield in small, tight-knit teams, though how many go depends on what the mission needs. The unit also goes through survival, evasion, resistance, and escape, SEER, training. They are experts in sneaky insertion with small boats and parachuting. Sometimes they operate deep behind enemy lines, either solo or linking up with frontline troops. Sometimes they operate deep behind enemy lines, either solo or linking up with frontline troops. Sometimes it's just one ANGLICO Marine tagging along with a special ops unit, similar to how Air Force combat controllers do their thing. These guys are trained to keep a low profile and stay off the enemy's radar, avoiding combat unless they're absolutely backed into a corner. Next up, we've got the Marine Corps Security Force Regiment, which is the go-to force for expeditionary security and anti-terrorism. Their main job? Guarding the Navy's high-value infrastructure, especially those that house nuclear ships and weapons. Basically, the stuff you really don't want falling into the wrong hands. Marine Corps Security Force Regiment's headquarters at Yorktown, Virginia, is mapped to enhance global naval asset protection operations. They're also the ones who provide the Fleet Anti-Terrorism Security Teams, FAST, and the Recapture Tactics Teams, RTT. Fleet Anti-Terrorism Security Team, FAST. This unit can roll out at a moment's notice to beef up security at U.S. government sites anywhere in the world, and they're ready to jump in as a quick reaction force when needed. On top of that, they're the ones keeping high-ranking officials and diplomats safe in tough situations. Since 1987, FAST companies have been the go-to for providing short-term security to protect critical naval and national assets, along with key personnel. They've got forward-deployed platoons stationed at different naval bases around the globe, plus stateside alert forces ready to spring into action. The Recapture Tactics Team, or RTT, is all about handling extreme hostage rescues and stopping nuclear threats before they become a real problem. These guys are stationed at U.S. naval bases where nuclear weapons are stored, so they don't need to deploy like the FAST platoons do. FAST is sent wherever extra naval security is needed, but RTT is already locked and loaded at key spots. If you're a Marine working at a naval nuclear weapons station, you might get the chance to try out for RTT. RTT is also called CQB Platoon, or just CQB for short, since their bread and butter is close quarters battle. Next up are the Radio Reconnaissance Platoons, responsible to deploy specialized radio recon teams, RRTs. These teams are specialized subunits from the Marine Corps Radio Battalions. RRTs handle tactical signals intelligence and electronic warfare for their assigned Marine Air-Ground Task Force. That basically means they're out there intercepting and listening in on radio chatter to gather critical intel. These guys are stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and Kaneohe Bay, Hawaii. When they're attached to a Marine Expeditionary Unit, RRTs might roll with the Maritime Special Purpose Force. In that case, they'll team up with Force Recon and Division Recon Marines on special ops missions, providing extra support on the intel side of things. And last but not least, the Marine Corps Scout Sniper Program, discontinued in December 2023 under Force Design 2030, trained elite marksmen for precision fires and reconnaissance, operating from key hubs like Camp Pendleton, California, and Quantico, Virginia, strategically placed for global reach. The last 8 graduates marked the program's end, a legacy from World War I with icons like Carlos Hathcock. And that's a wrap for today's rundown of the special purpose units in the Marine Corps. Let us know which unit you think is the toughest and which one you'd want to roll out with. We're grateful to Supremacy World War III for sponsoring this video. This free real-time strategy game lets you lead a modern nation, assemble armies, and battle real players for global dominance. Click the link below to claim your free elite seasonal unit and begin your quest for supremacy today.